welcome back to Fashionable Struts. It's your girl, Midline Blanc. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you that are coming back, hey, thank you for joining me. And for all of my newbies, welcome to Fashionable Struts. Please subscribe to my channel. Of course, hit the like button and share the love. So today I'm really excited because I'm gonna do my first ever get ready with me, so I'm excited about that. So I am bare skin, as you can see, and you can see all of my flaws, honey, and that's okay. We're not perfect, you know, we all have flaws. And I really struggled from like adult acne. You know, and adult acne kind of happens after, you know, the age of 18. And all of a sudden, you know, your girl just started breaking out. I had my daughter, and she just kind of threw off my whole, and just my hormones were like crazy. So all of a sudden, I just started having acne, but it was like horrible acne. And so
we're not blaming her. We're not blaming her.
Right. I'm not blaming, right. We're not blaming my daughter. I love her. She's awesome. But the whole process of bringing her here was a little tedious on my body, you know. So for that reason, I have so many like bad scarring that happened because of that. Because, I mean, I've tried Proactive. I've tried so many things that have, yeah. So I've tried Proactive. Started off with Proactive, and Proactive, it was so crazy because I saw all the commercials and everybody is like, so first and foremost, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean my skin. This I got from Marshall's. It was like $3.99. It's from Beauty Concepts, and this is pineapple with aloe and vitamin C, and I love these wipes. Like, I love them. They, you know, I use them to just detox my skin, to clean off my makeup, to prepare my skin for makeup, all of that stuff. So today, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just rub it. But yeah, so, and just kind of clean my skin again, because I have such oily skin. So like I was saying, yeah, I've tried Proactive, and Proactive, I mean, it just didn't work for me. It really seemed like it made everything worse. And I know people were like, well, that's the whole process. Is it supposed to clean or get everything out, so it's gonna be worse before it gets better? But I mean, who the hell wants to hear that when you have all of these horrible, like, demonized looking bumps on your face? It's like you just want things to just happen right then and there. So, you know, I didn't fully use Proactive. I mean, I saw a little bit of difference, but then it was just, it was so harsh for my skin. Because just because you have acne, and my issue is I have acne and I have really sensitive skin, and so it's like, here you are trying to treat it, because Proactive is a little harsh. So with me trying to treat it and everything else, and I am also using all these harsh chemicals on my skin, it just made it really, it was just really difficult. So another thing that I do when I am applying makeup is I do tend to put on setting spray. And it's so weird because I know it's a little backwards, but it works for me because I do have oily, very oily skin. But before I do set it, I do put on my primer. So yeah, it sounds weird, but I do set my primer, if that makes sense to you guys. The Urban Decay Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, and it has rose hip and argan oil, and it's supposed to be for my pores, because I have big pores, and not only that, of course, my scarring as well. So for the first time, you guys, I found out like how I'm supposed to apply primer, because before I used to just take it and just rub it on. You're not supposed to do that. Apparently, you're supposed to kind of press it into your pores, because then it's like smoothing it out so you can have a smooth surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a little bit. It's a pea size is what the lady, you know, what they told me. For me, I might do a little bit more because I have a little bit more that I need to cover. And I'm just going to kind of rub it in between these two yeah, these fingers. And I'm going to just kind of press it on to my skin. It's so weird. And I'm pressing it in. So I'm like pressing in and down, in and down. So this is how you apply primer, apparently, for me at least, with my issues. And so I'm doing that all around. So if you see me looking, I'm just making sure I get everywhere. So it's a little, you know, so all of my little problem area, I tend to focus a little bit more around here, because the cheek area is where I really have the whole, you know, I don't even know what they're called, crates, I think. Oh, that just sounds like a creature. I don't like using that term, so it sounds scary. It sounds like I have things in there. I don't think I have anything in there. Well, okay, so it is, as you can see, it has been applied. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my setting, and this is going to be dewy. It's Beauty Evolved. I got this from Ross. Yeah, I kind of shop around a little bit. I don't really just go one place. Like, I don't just go to Sephora. I don't just go to Target, or I don't just go to MAC. I go all over. Okay, guys, so once you apply the primer, let it sit a little bit. Let it go ahead and set perfectly and dry and all that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the setting spray. And so I use that, like I said, because I just feel like I get a better coverage when it comes to my skin, or when it comes to applying the makeup on top of that. And I have combination skin on top of that, so I'm really oily in the center and then dry on the outer. So that's my combination. So I have acne prone skin, combination skin. So it's like, and like my T-zone, oh my God, that's my place, honey. I am shining like the sun. I mean, so I do tend to do a little bit more, but the main thing that I do realize that really truly helps my skin is moisturizing it. So it's a little high end. It's called Energy de Vie. It's French. It's Lancome. And this is actually like it's a liquid moisturizer. And oh my God, I love this. It's a little up there in price. I'm not too sure. I have to I'll put the link below as to where you can get it and how much it is, because I'm not too sure off the top of my head right now. I think it's like maybe 30. So here it is. And it's working beautifully for my skin. And I'm just, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I do recommend it. I'm not sure what kind of skin issues you have, but for me, it's working pretty well. Okay. So now that my skin has dried, I'm going to go ahead and just spray it down with the setting mist or setting spray. I have an issue with dewy, like being dewy, and I'm like, what? It's a trend to be actually dewy? What the heck? So I've been dewy, so I've been on trend the whole time, it seems. But because it's like that kind of glow is what they call it. I just call it plain being oily, but whatever. So apparently it's a thing. So it doesn't matter really. So underneath it, just to set my primer, I'm going to use it to set. I do have a matte one, but I can't find it, so I'm just going to use that. All right, so I'm just going to spray. Woo, that was a lot. And then I'm going to also allow that to set with the primer. So in the meantime, while I wait for it to go ahead and set, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows, honey. So yeah, this time I normally get thicker eyebrows, but I said, you know what, let me go ahead, because apparently I get my eyebrows waxed, and when I do get it waxed, the wax tends to burn. Apparently, well, the person who did it before, this jerk, burned me, and so for that reason I have scarring. And so you have to be careful when you get your eyebrows waxed. Make sure that wax is not too hot, because sometimes even though it doesn't burn you, it can still burn your skin and leave a scar. And when you have a scar, nothing grows out of there. So for that reason, I have little bald spots in my eyebrows. So for that reason, it just won't grow. So I do fill them in, but I just tend to make it a little bit thinner, because the areas that it's not in is where I have my scarring. So I think I am good now. I can go ahead and I can start the brow. And for my brows, I'm going to use MAC Eyebrow Styler. And this is in Spiked. You guys already, well, that's like one very, very popular brow pencil. And I love it. I mean, they changed the whole style of it. I'm not a big fan of it, but whatever works for them, as long as it does the job. So I'm just basically using the brow. I guess this is considered a what is this, a brush, a brow brush, I think. Spoolie, oh my god, like who am I? So I'm using the spoolie just to kind of brush up my brows, and as you can see, you know, it's brushed up. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use the crayon part, or the, you know, the part
pencil.
with the pencil. What the heck? Can I get my terms together? So here is one brow done, as you can see, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the second brow. And I always say this, and I'm going to say this for all of my new viewers. When you're doing your eyebrows, but they are sisters, but they're definitely not cousins. So we don't want you looking confused, happy in one, lost in the other. No. Okay. Is it still? Okay, guys. So yes, I do tend to be a little quiet and a little strange when I'm doing my eyebrows. Sorry. Yeah, I totally forgot about you guys, but I'm back. Hi. So anyway, so the eyebrows is on now, as you can see. And so what I'm going to use is to kind of shape and clean it, because I do clean it and I clean around it. So I'm going to use the NYX Professional Makeup HD Studio Concealer. And this is in color CW08. God, that's a mouthful. You can find these at like all over, really. I mean, you can find it, and I got this from CVS. So you definitely can find it there. Okay, guys, so grab your angle brush, and I'm using my Precision Beauty angle brush, and I put a little dab of the concealer in the back of my hand, and I am going to now clean up my brows. So going back to my proactive story about my acne. So like I was saying, I'm not saying proactive is not a good acne, what do you call it?
Product.
What is it?
Product.
So I'm not saying it's not a good acne product. It just did not work for me, you know. And maybe I didn't have the patience, because you do have, when it comes to acne, you do have to have a lot of patience. And I was just like, I'm like this young thing, and here I am with all these pimples. It just makes you so insecure, you know. So I honestly was just like, okay, I need something that can work right now. Right now. Well, honestly, I did not find anything that worked right now. But what I did is I did make some changes in my life. And one thing that I used to really do is drink soda. I used to be, oh my God, like if I was eating and it was not Sprite in there, Coke in there, honey, I was not eating. And I wasn't eating happily. So I ended up actually removing soda from my diet. So I cut out all soft drinks, okay? And then after that, what I did was I stopped eating pork. Yes, I literally stopped eating pork. And oh my God, I'm Haitian and I come from the Caribbean, and pork is like one of our main dish. And so like if you're not eating griot, oh my God, like what do you do? What do you do? Like what do you eat? Oh, so yeah, I wasn't eating that anymore. So I took that out of my diet along with no soft drinks. And then I did also fall back from eating chocolate. candy, sweets, and stuff like that. I did fall back from that. So a change happened, and then I was like, wow, what's going on? Like, my breakouts fell back a little bit. And you know, whenever you get acne, you don't get too excited because you feel like I'm going to jinx myself if I get too happy, because then it's going to just pop up. So I was like, gradually was like, okay, something's happening here. Don't know what's happening, but something is happening. So I decided to just continue because I saw a difference. So guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just kind of blend in my concealer, and I'm using a beauty blender. And yeah, you guys should know what a beauty blender is. If you don't, it is a little sponge that gives you this airbrush effect. It makes you look so, oh my god, I don't know, you know, I've used different types of beauty blender, and before I purchased this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try all different products. Like, I mean, they have them everywhere. They have them in Walmart, they have them in Target, and I purchased some, and I did, but there's kind of nothing like it. I'm not trying to, you know, and I'm being honest, it's really kind of nothing like it, and I'm definitely not getting paid from them, so this is the truth. So as you can see, it just gives you that, it just kind of, especially for my skin, because I need because of all of the issues that I have, I need something that's going to kind of beat the makeup into place, and this is what my beauty blender does. It just beats this makeup into place. So as you can see, I'm going to just let you see the brow that is done, and versus the brow that's not. So what I'm going to do, I am going to make a little bit of correction because I do notice a little situation here. But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not saying that proactive doesn't work, but I do realize that along with you treating your acne, you will have to make some sacrifices. You do have to make some changes in your life. You can't just say, I have acne and I need my skin to be great, but yet continue to do things that are not healthy. And it wasn't just because of my acne, but it was just not a healthy thing. It's not healthy to drink soda all the time. You know, it's not healthy to eat a lot of fatty foods and so forth. And pork tends to be kind of fatty. So anyway, I'm no doctor, but I'm just saying, for me, that's what happened. And when I made these changes, I realized what started, like how my life started. Oh my god, what just happened? How my life started changing. So anyway, so once I made that change, your girl did not get any more acne. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how or what, it just happened. So I assuming that it was because of my change that I made as far as my lifestyle change. So if you are struggling with acne, I can't give you medical advice because I am not a doctor. However, I can only share my story, and my story is that when I made that change, honey, everything started changing. And I just started seeing a decrease in my acne. I didn't get acne breakouts. I mean, granted, I get, like, I mean, I still, from time to time, like if I am going through my menstrual or maybe a little stressed, I'll get one acne or here and there. Or if I use a product that's not really working for my skin, I'll get a breakout and so forth. But anyway, make a long story short, I made that change, and honey, my skin has been doing great sets as far as breakouts. I mean, like I said, you have life things that happen to you in life that you're not going to be able to control, and you're going to get stressed, and you're going to, you know, being a woman is, you know, you're going to have breakouts here and there. But not traumatizing like the one that I was getting, you know. So anyway, so yeah, that's my story. I mean, you know, it's life after acne. It sounds like, because it's such a horrible experience that you go through. But if you are going through it, just want to let you know, honey, it's gonna be okay. Because my acne was cystic is what they called it. So I didn't even have, like, I couldn't even really pop it. But then I had like whiteheads, blackheads. It was just so horrible. But anyway, so there goes my talking to my imaginary friend, you guys. I mind your business. I'm not crazy. I do tend to get too excited. I mean, the palette just has me really excited, honey. So my boyfriend at the time, like I was saying before, Jamaican. And well, my boyfriend is Jamaican, so I tend to like Jamaicans. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to comment below any other looks that you want your girl to do. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Midline Blanc, and this is Fashionable Struts. Until next time, bye, Strutters.